And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, Winston. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. You think back to all the interceptions he threw last week. Here we go, first play of the game, another pick.
And you know that all week long, they spent time breaking down exactly why he threw the interceptions. Was it mechanics, bad reads, not enough study? Sometimes you just think about it way too much, and that leads you to the next one.
Time to refocus. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And you can bet they're going to lean on him quite a bit, obviously. They did last week. Was over 100 yards also. AFC Player of the Week is announced Wednesday.
And until they take that away, I would continue to lean on him. Try and have another reward for him winning this game. But when you look back at last week, and you saw how he was able to find holes in the defense, but also the run after the catch. That's what made it impressive.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
4th down, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Ready. Watch 25.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go play action. Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 58 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
Ready. Shift. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Let's keep bringing it. Stay in there. Hey, sub. Let's go. Ready. Black, 22. Blaze up.
2nd down, Winston. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Green, triple C. Ready. Blue, ready. Blaze up.
3rd and short yardage, Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Ready. Blue, ready. Sonic. Hey, sub. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Dirk Cutter's guys go for it, but come up empty. And the Broncos will take over on downs. And coming out now, the Broncos. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Carl Nassib in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Gone.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that is going to be incomplete. Marvin Lewis tries for it, but comes up empty. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Play action now. Winston sliding out of the pocket. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And he's got it. Front of the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad Perriman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Gostkowski with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have he sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Room here to run. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And this one is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
2 seconds to go, first quarter. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
No. Check. Patriot.
Throwing is Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Watch him now, Barney.
Now a handoff looking right. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Broncos are in for 6. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now they'll run it on the toss. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right, get it to your back, get a lot of people out in front, control the line of scrimmage, wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Tackle made by Justin Evans.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
Now Jackson on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On third down, it's Taylor. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to... That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Colby Listenby with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-7. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
7 yards on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, sub. Let's go. Here we go, even. Let's go.
Working out of the gun. Winston. Flushed out right. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And they'll run it here. Eluding the tackle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout.
Hey, sub. Let's go. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They'll throw again. Winston rolling to his right. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defense.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
4th down, Winston. Flush to his right. Evans has it left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's keep bringing it. Stay in there. Green, triple C. 4 down. Ready. Blue 80.
Jameis now on 1st down. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Gostkowski the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Detroit!
Now a give to Taylor. Able to spin free. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escapes the sack. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They just do get the play off. Now Winston eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. They were looking for Marshall that time. Third down here.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Ready. Blue way. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
On third down, Winston. Flushed out right. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 22. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Levante David in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. On third down, it's Lindsey. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Ready. Black 22.
From the gun, Winston. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. Got to figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
Ready. Blue lady. Even. Hey, sub. Let's go. Light 2.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. What a spin. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Nassib in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
On 3rd down, it's Lindsey. Dodges him at the 50.
Full race. Full race.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Broncos will extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Ready. Black 22. Come on. Sunday. Black 2. Black 2. Black 2. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Let me go.
They go play action here on first down. Space to maneuver at the 40. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Evans. Still fighting. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. Play fake. Winston. They'll roll him out right. This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Ready. Blue ready.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive...
Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter.
Let's go now.
Second down, Winston. Forced out to his left. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Ready. Blue ready.
Jameis to throw it. And now here's another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now they try the right side here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and 11. Now a handoff looking right. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. Jackson. It's brought in by Dodson. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Todd Davis coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 37. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sideline, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A good pickup there, a 22. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. Flush to his right. And it'll be intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Lindsey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. In for the score. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. Oh, the spin. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Off the play fake, Winston steps away. Evans, fast footwork over the middle to Evans. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Here we go, even. Choose the light. My 50.
Winston. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Ready. Black 25. Green, triple C. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Watch twist. Watch 25, Dad.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off down near the 5. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ready.
A second down throw for Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 46 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. First down, Winston. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. Give him 30 yards there. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now they try the right side here. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Ready. Blue way.
To throw is Winston. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Light two. Okay, we got to get this stop here.
3rd and goal. Winston in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Hey. Ready. Blue way. Let's go.
One last shot now for Winston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good.